Hello, I'm Vinny Raniolo. Welcome to my guitar lesson. In this lesson, we're going to focus on chord melody. Now, what chord melody is, it's some of the most difficult playing that you can do on the guitar, but in reality, we're always playing chord melodies because when you play a chord, you have a top note, and that's your melody note. We're just going to be more aware of it and really focus on it and analyze what we're doing and apply it to songs. A lot of the chord melodies that you hear are to popular songs, to popular jazz standards, but we're also going to take it at a rudimentary pace and come up with some exercises in the beginning to get you familiar with what chord melody is and get it underneath your fingers and get used to it. Okay, now let's put some more jazzy chords in there. Now, jazzy chords, I mean, we're going to add some extra notes, maybe a sixth or seventh or a ninth. You don't really need to know so much about music theory for this lesson, but I encourage you to. And if you do know music theory, you're definitely going to use it and learn a lot more and learn how to put it into practical application. So let's start with just 4 chords. Actually, it's one chord. It's a C major chord, but we're going to voice it 4 different ways. We're going to voice it with the root on the top, then with the 3rd on the top, with the 5th on the top, and the major 7th on the top. So for the root on the top, I like to use this C6 chord. So it's very similar to the regular basic C major chord that we used, except we're going to add an A to the mix. So the notes that I'm playing the C on the 3rd fret of the A string with my pinky. I'm playing the E, which is the 3rd, on the 2nd fret of the D string with my middle finger. Then I'm playing the A on the 2nd fret of the G string with my ring finger, my 3rd finger, and then I'm playing the C on top with my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. So it's this chord. And then the next chord with the 3rd on the top is going to be this C major 7 chord, which we should all know this chord. This is a very basic chord when you start learning jazz voicings. So it's that same C, the 3rd fret on the A string, and then we're playing with my 3rd finger the 5th fret on the D string, that G note, the 5th, and then the major 7, the B, with the 4th fret on the G string, my middle finger, and then with my pinky, I'm playing the 5th fret on the B string, the E note. So far, we have the C6, we have the C major 7, and now the next chord with the 5th on the top is going to be this. Now this is interesting because I get to bar with 2 fingers. I'm barring my 1st finger on the 2nd fret on the D and the G string, and then I'm barring my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the B and the E string, so I have my E note, A, my D note, and my G note. So I'm actually playing a C6-9 chord. So those 3 chords that we have, a C6, a C major 7, a C6-9, and then the final one that we're going to use for this exercise is a C major 7 with the 7th on top. And basically what it is it's the C triad, which I'm barring my 1st finger over the 5th fret on the D, G, and B strings, and then I have my 3rd finger sticking out here on the B note, which is our major 7 chord. Our major 7 note, rather, which makes a C major 7 chord. So we have these 4 chords. So even that right there is a great exercise. But now let's try to connect it using a C major scale. So the C major scale we're going to do from root to root. So now the reason why I fingered it that way is because you'll see in the chords it's going to line up really nicely there. So for the C6, we got the root on top, but we're going to quickly play that D, which we could use any finger, but I chose to use my pinky for that D because I'm just going to slide it up and play that C major 7 chord. Then I'm going to shift my pinky up to the F because now we're in between the 3rd and the 5th. So this is the 4th degree of the scale. So we got, and then up to the G, which is the C6-9 chord. And then we're going to use our pinky again to play that A and then get up to that B note. And then we could even go up to the root by just extending our pinky there. And then we could go back down. So again, I'll do that really slowly for you. So here's our C6. Then I'm going to play a D. Then I'm going to play our C major 7 chord. Slide the pinky up to the F. Play our C6-9 chord. Play the A, which is the 6th. Then our C major 7 up to the root. Then back down to C major 7, the 6, the 6-9 chord, our F note, our C major 7, our D note, and then our C6 chord. So we just played a C major scale with C major chords on each of the downbeats. So let me do that a little faster just to demonstrate how you would practically play something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it again. Now I know in the very beginning it's really tricky to keep it in time, and that's not the idea with this. This is an exercise. So take it as slow as you need to and get the chords underneath your fingers and get comfortable switching between chords and also between the chords to the single notes. And also, you know, you may need to take some time with the right hand because, of course, on each downbeat, you're either playing a full chord or you're playing a single note. So that might take a little bit of getting used to. See how that works out. Now, before we move on to songs, I want to give you another exercise which now connects the chord tones chromatically instead of diatonically, meaning that we did it in a scalular way. Now it's just going to be simply connecting every chord tone with all the notes that are in between. So we're going C, chromatically up to the E, and then up to the G from the E, and up like that. And now fingerings really don't matter. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not even thinking about fingerings at this point. So whatever you're comfortable with, practice it like that and switch it up too. That's the whole idea, is to experiment and expand what you're able to do. So let me do it in time for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the rhythms, you know, you could put whatever rhythm that you feel comfortable with too. The whole idea is to just get comfortable with your left hand and your right hand playing chords and playing single notes together. All right, let's move on to some songs. What I'll do is I'll play you an arrangement, and then in the next segment I will analyze it, break it down, and take it real slowly and thoroughly so that you could understand it. All right, thank you. I'll see you soon.